Hello, Modern World History students. This week we are starting a brand new project, yay, called The Industrial Revolution, the story of a product. And I love talking about the Industrial Revolution. I think it's very fascinating the way the country changed, well, the way the world changed, really, from going from farming to industries, to factories. And it really changed our lives. So let me get into my lesson. So my lesson is called The Causes of the Industrial Revolution. And remember, every week you should be doing 2 checkpoints, mine and the summit one. And I use mine to help you complete the summit checkpoint. So the summit checkpoint starts out with the causes. It says, how did natural resources and new inventions create the conditions for the Industrial Revolution to begin in England? So mine focuses on the causes. And you're going to see this whole project has 5 checkpoints by summit, and then you'll have 1 for me. So you'll have a total of 10. And then you'll have 2 final products you need to do. But let's get to my lesson here. Describe your typical day from when you wake up and go to bed. So think about it. Probably start your very first thing. You probably have to shut off your alarm clock. I know for me, I set my alarm clock on my phone. Then I put on my Apple Watch because I like to track my steps every day. I flip on the lights. I get a shower. I turn on the water. I know my husband has an electric toothbrush he uses. I mean, I could go on and on. Then I go downstairs. Maybe we use the toaster for toast. We do breakfast. We use the microwave. I use my coffee maker. I get in my car to drive to work. I mean, we could go through the whole day, right? I guarantee you that your daily routine could not be made possible if it had not been for what we're about to study, the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution gave birth to all types of inventions that we take for granted today. Just think, I have a picture of the light bulb. Thomas Edison invented that in the late 1800s. Electric lights, the telephone. I talked about how I use my cell phone. Cars, think airplanes, think computers that we use. None of that could have been possible had we not had this time period of great inventions during the Industrial Revolution. So we will now be starting our next project where you will learn the causes and effects of the Industrial Revolution. So we're going to do what we always do here on the Explore. You're going to learn about it through reading and watching and doing. So to gain an overview of the causes, I'd like you to read through these slides. And as you're looking through them, take notes on the factors that led to the Industrial Revolution. And it began in England. So really look through these slides. It's called Why Was England the First Country to Industrialize? And then what is industrialization? The process of developing machine production of goods. So it's instead of doing stuff by hand, which is the way things were always done before, now during the Industrial Revolution, you're going to have machines do it for you. Okay? And so I'll just introduce this. What does a country even need to industrialize? Well, first of all, you need land, you need labor, so people to work it. You need capital, which is money to invest. You need entrepreneurs, right? People who are, creators, doers that want to take the risks and invent new things, and political stability. So, and then it goes into why England was the first country to do that, because they had that, and it goes through that. So take notes on that. That'll really help you with the checkpoint by summit. Then here's a brief video I would like you to watch about the origins, about the start of the Industrial Revolution. Then there's some flashcards to review from Quizlet. And then you have to answer this explain question right after the question. You just type it right on here. Then you complete the Quizlet quiz that's based on these flashcards. And then you're going to use what I taught you in this lesson. And it's really important. I think my lessons can sometimes be a little simpler than what you're getting in the summit checkpoint. So really, you should really be doing these and, being thorough with them because it's important. They'll help you complete the summit checkpoints. Okay, so you will use the knowledge you gained in this lesson in addition to the checkpoint resources to complete the checkpoint, which is this one right here, this first one. How did natural resources and new inventions create the conditions for the Industrial Revolution to begin in England? Okay, and what is the focus of this, the COG skill, is explanation of evidence. So can you pick the right evidence and can you explain it to support your side? And then, of course, you're always going to want to do the self-assessment. You pick one of these and you answer the reflection question. All right, and in this case, the question is, how much did you know about the Industrial Revolution before this lesson? So that's the lesson. And then don't forget, then you'll go in and pretty much Summit always does the same thing. Every week, it's usually, you have the document sets. So you'll read through the documents. Okay, right here. Look through these. And there is, does this one not have a graphic organizer for you? Usually they do. I don't see a graphic organizer, but they have document analysis questions, and they have this focus area task card. So you're going to want to look at that if you haven't passed the focus area. But then you're going to use all that to help you answer this question. How did natural resources and new inventions create the conditions for the Industrial Revolution to begin in England? So you're looking at everything you read from those documents. Remember, you got to pull evidence from the documents. So it even says, use the documents in the document set, along with resources from the what were the causes of the Industrial Revolution in England focus area. So you got to complete that focus area to do this, to create a cause-effect chain. Your cause-effect chain should demonstrate the connections between natural resources and inventions and creating the conditions for the Industrial Revolution in England. Your teacher will give you feedback on explanation of evidence. So here you need to make a list of the natural resources. Put your sources used. This is all from the documents. What new inventions came about during this time? Put your sources. And then this is just a short paragraph. How did natural resources and new inventions create the conditions for the Industrial Revolution to begin in England? And then you just write a paragraph. So see how it's a cause-effect chart. So you have natural resources, new inventions, and then you're explaining it here in a paragraph. So that's how you're going to do this. You have all week to work on my lesson in this. Make sure you take the time to you got to complete that first focus area. And you need to do the documents and do my lesson. And this is the focus area that you're going to need to do. What were the causes of the Industrial Revolution? You need to get the information from that also to help you complete this checkpoint. So, this should probably take you, this project, till about February 10th is the due date. And you can go ahead and start looking at these final products. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to do some product research. After you learned historically about the Industrial Revolution, what it was, the effects, you're going to then take a look at a product today. You're going to pick a product. And you're going to talk about if it's beneficial to global society. So we'll get into that more, but we're going to discuss it. You're going to do a presentation, and we're going to have a discussion about it. So I'll let you look through those. But that's what we're building up to here. But first, you got to learn about it historically. Okay? All right, so if you have any questions or concerns as you're working, please don't hesitate to contact me. Have a wonderful week.